We've all heard the saying, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Leadership advice often centers on teamwork, collaboration, and leveraging the strengths of a group. And for good reason, organizations thrive on collective effort. But what if for a time you need to go alone? Maybe you're in a phase of career acceleration, trying to establish yourself in a leadership role, or driving a project where you're the primary force behind the momentum. How do you ensure that moving solo doesn't just mean moving frantically? How do you go fast in a way that's sustainable and effective? The counterintuitive answer: you have to slow down first. You can go alone, but slow down to speed up. Speed in the workplace isn't about doing more things. It's about doing the right things at the right time. Too often, leaders mistake urgency for productivity, racing ahead without a clear roadmap. Moving quickly, without direction, only leads to inefficiency, errors, and missed opportunities. Instead, before charging forward, take the time to step back. In a career context, this means setting clear priorities. What's the ultimate goal? Are you chasing short-term wins, or are you laying the foundation for long-term success? If you're pushing to be promoted, are you strategically positioning yourself with the right people, or are you just working long hours hoping someone notices? If you're leading a high-stakes initiative, are you aligned with the organization's larger objectives, or are you sprinting toward a finish line that no one else sees value in? Slowing down is about clarity. When you know exactly where you're going, you don't waste time on unnecessary detours. That's what allows you to move fast, with precision, not just speed. What are you doing, and why are you doing it? One of the biggest advantages of moving alone is that you aren't weighed down by group decision-making. You can be agile, decisive, and execute quickly. But the risk is that you spread yourself too thin, trying to handle everything simply because no one else is there to share the load. And the advantage is also a handicap. Without group decision-making, you are vulnerable to confirmation bias and a lack of diverse perspectives and experiences. You are only limited by your own decisions, and you are also limited to your own judgment. That's okay if you know what you're doing and why. The key is ruthless prioritization. You can't do everything, and you shouldn't try. The most effective solo operators are the ones who focus on high-impact tasks and eliminate distractions. That could mean cutting back on unnecessary meetings, automating low-value work, or simply saying no to projects that don't align with your strategic goals. And stick to what you know. This isn't only about time management. If you are trying to move fast, do what you know and as little of anything else. In a career context, this means knowing where to invest your energy. If you're aiming for leadership, spending extra time perfecting your daily to-do list might not be the best use of your focus. Building executive presence, influencing senior stakeholders, and developing strategic thinking will have a far greater impact on your trajectory. Going fast alone requires discipline. Without a team to balance your workload, it's easy to get caught in the cycle of constant activity. But action without focus isn't progress. It's just movement. The faster you recognize that, the faster you can direct your energy toward what drives results. Stay adaptable. One of the biggest risks of going fast alone in the workplace is getting stuck in a narrow frame of reference. When you're solely responsible for momentum, it's easy to develop tunnel vision, focusing so intently on your immediate objectives that you miss broader shifts happening around you. As mentioned above, the agility of going alone comes with the burden of less experience, but adaptability is key to sustained success. In a fast-moving career, the ability to adjust your approach based on new information is what separates those who burn out from those who thrive. This means regularly lifting your head to reassess the landscape. Are company priorities shifting? Is your industry evolving in a way that affects your career trajectory? Are key stakeholders responding differently to your approach? If you don't pause to evaluate, You risk moving at full speed in the wrong direction. Adaptability also means knowing when to stop going alone. Sometimes the best way to accelerate is to bring others into your process. Whether it's delegating, seeking mentorship, or strategically building alliances, recognizing when you need input doesn't slow you down. It makes you more effective.
The trade-off: speed versus distance. Yes, you can go fast alone. You can make quick decisions, execute without waiting for consensus, and push forward with intensity. But recognize the trade-off. Speed comes at the cost of sustainability. In the workplace, success isn't just about moving quickly. It's about knowing when speed is an advantage and when it's a liability. If you're launching a new initiative, speed might be the key to gaining traction before others catch up. If you're climbing the corporate ladder, rapid progress can be beneficial, but if you neglect relationships and long-term positioning, you may find yourself isolated at the top. The most effective professionals and leaders aren't just fast, they're strategically fast. They know when to push forward alone, when to slow down for clarity, and when to build the right partnerships to go further. Going fast alone isn't the wrong choice, but it's a choice that comes with specific challenges. The key is to be intentional about how you navigate them.